Hello and welcome to another episode of Kwesi's Corner with me, Kwesi. Today we are going to get a bit paradiddly on you. We're going to talk about patterns, interesting patterns that you can use, take that from the snare to the kit successfully. So just a casual little thingamajig about thingamawhatsits. You'll see that up next. Funny enough, we didn't plan this. We didn't plan this. And yet, I have the Rudiment t-shirt on. Basic Paradiddle t-shirt, straight from Amazon, from Wifey. I'm not gonna go out and try and teach anybody anything. It's just share and tell. So, basically, I have been studying from a book called Stick Control by George Lawrence Stone. And that was produced, I believe, initially in the 1930s, but then it was reissued later on down the line, and loved by many a drummer across the world. People interpret it in different ways. I read in the foreword that Don Famularo went through the whole book with his sticks, you know, with the hands, and then went through the book again with his feet, which is absolutely nuts because some of them patterns are very hard. This is just, it's not a teaching thing. This is my interpretation of just a mashup of a couple of the rudiments to make an interesting groove. Like I said, you can use those rudiments all over your kit, all over your toms, and they're just snare rudiments that all I've done is, you know, decided to implement that across, you know, a wider palette. What I've done here, I'm using my trusty Time Guru metronome. I've set it on the quavers. So I've got it here when it stops buzzing from the WhatsApp. But I've set quavers. There you go, you should see that on that camera there. And pattern of 4. And it's at, this one's at 270, but I set it at 160 initially. I've come up with my pattern, which you're going to see up on the screen in a moment, and it should be up on the screen during some of this video. So here we go. So it's right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. For me to remember the groove, and this is not for everyone, you know, not everyone has this method, but I've highlighted accents. So that part is done, I know that accent, and then left, left, and that's a basic paradiddle there at the end of that pattern. So I've mixed two different patterns together to make this one interesting little thing. And I thought, okay, that works. So what I did was obviously mash up the two. So I started with the accent again, with the kick, without the kick, and with the hi-hat. So I thought, how can I implement that into a groove? And there you go. As you notice, I've done this without the metronome purposefully because you can see in the videos ahead that I do actually do this to a metronome. And I would advise trying any of these things with a metronome because it's harmful to your health if you don't. Joke. And then the third time round, I would add it with the kick, right? And so I've added on a very basic level the kick on the hi-hat accents. You don't have to put it on every accent. You could put it some on, some off. I didn't even use every one there, but it helps. And maybe you can flit some in between when you start grooving. So, you know, very basic pattern, but we can make it interesting. We can make it interesting. There's still hope. Okay, so the book that, in case you didn't catch it the first time, that I've been reading from is the Stick Control book by George Lawrence Stone, as mentioned in the beginning. It's a no-frills looking book, Stick Control, but it's got so much interesting stuff in there, so much, that I believe that anybody who purchases that will be in for a little treat if you haven't purchased it already. If you've heard of it and not bought it, then now is your opportunity. I suggest you purchase yourself a copy because they're fun. They're fun to learn from. You'll tease your senses with some of these and maybe work on aspects of yourself that aren't really strong. Maybe some of the patterns you would want to lead with your left hand and stuff like that. It's so many possibilities, and there's a lot of really great drummers that I know who swear by this, or who have learned from it. You know, Joel Prime is one of them, and he's got great chops. I love the way he plays. But he's also got great stick control, ultimately. So, obviously, he used this book. I believe that, you know, if you haven't seen this book before and you haven't come across it before, or you've just heard about it, that is something interesting to sink your teeth into. All right. And thank you for watching. We appreciate the fact that you've come here and stood by another, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but another barrage of stuff from me via Drumshack, and we hope though that this has been useful to you. Maybe you want to add some patterns in and freshen up your rolls, or maybe the way that you approach grooves with some of the patterns from this book that I've benefited, to be honest, so much from over the years. So we hope you've enjoyed this, and we will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe, like if you like it, and let us know what you think. Is it total pap, or have we helped you out? All right, take care. Bye.